Lisa likes the window seat at night, the lights below that tell her she's nearly home. Then there's the lights she can't see, the runway lights we power to bring her plane safely into land. And because at Energia we also power all of Ireland's streetlights, Lisa's taxi home is that bit safer too. And no prizes for guessing who powers her house. Welcome home, Lisa. Energia, the power behind your power.
Hey, everybody. Real Conversations. This is our
fifth episode.
Third, fourth.
What's the
Fifth.
You can never just.
I can never get it right.
Me either, but I feel like it's the fifth.
Probably because it's like a new year and last year was like another year. But it's like the fifth, right?
That's what I said. So this is the first show since the new year?
No. Yes.
See you.
Yes.
No.
See, that's what I meant. So I usually forget as I pour Ciroc for Teak. That we had to pay for. I just keep saying it because every time like we buy liquor, like I just gotta mention that we pay for it and they're not sponsoring us. I'm just saying, here you go, Teak.
Oh boy.
Teak, what you been up to? What's going on? How's everything? How's the street?
Well, I don't know about the streets. I don't be in the streets, but January, a new year, 2019.
Yeah,
so,
like resolutions,
I do have
right?
a lot of positive thoughts, although it's been starting off a little rocky, not so good, a little stressed out, but it's okay.
Okay. Stress.
I feel like sometimes when things start off a little rocky, you're going to get a great result in the end. So
that's what they say.
I'm keeping positive thoughts.
So you made it like a New Year's resolution, like what I'm gonna do this year?
Oh no, I didn't do that. I probably haven't done that in years because normally we don't stick to them.
Yeah, it's just like the gym thing. Like when people say, "Oh, I'm gonna lose," my New Year's resolution is to lose 50 pounds or 10 pounds, and then you got all these gym memberships. Like people like Blake, like, oh, zero down, just because you people make New Year's resolutions that's not realistic. Like I believe in making realistic goals and making realistic.
I mean, I feel like a goal is different from a New Year's resolution.
But it's
I feel like if you make it a goal,
all right, like a New Year's resolution.
Little more. I think you're gonna work a little harder towards it. So my thing is like to just actually do a vision board. So I feel like with the vision board, it'll be a little different as visual. So I'm gonna actually put down real goals that I would like to achieve by the end of the year. I don't want to, and like something like gym will not be up there because
I hate when people say the gym. Though.
I'm not going to do the gym.
It's defeat the purpose.
I'm not going to switch over to be a vegan. I probably would just want to make healthier choices when I eat. My junk food intake is horrible. Food is not bad. I'm not big on food if anybody knows me. Chocolate, sweet stuff is really my thing.
She likes sweets.
So I'm going to kind of probably
chocolate bars.
Work on that. And a few other things.
I just feel like y'all, like people just be ODing with the whole I'm gonna do this year, I'm gonna do this, or like I think you should just fuck it, go out there, do it. Like don't. I think that's people's problem. Like they get hung up on this is what I want to do, and this is in general. This is before the new year. This is going into the new year. This is the week of or the year of. Like just do it. Like stop bitching and just do it. Like just do it. Like people sit up here. I want to do this. I want to do this. I do it. What do you?
I mean, sometimes it's easier said than done, but I feel like sometimes if you have a layout or a plan, it makes things a little easier. It does. I feel like telling everyone what you want to do is something that maybe some people should work on, like withholding, not doing, and just actually just do it. But I don't think actually setting a goal.
All right, so you're gonna do the. So I remember a couple months ago you were saying that you was gonna do the vision board thing. The vision board party, right? Like, remember you said that you saw do the vision board party.
I mean, well, you just not like a real like a.
It's
party,
not like an
you're
actual
gonna go-
party. It's
right.
just like a gathering or a social event.
But people do different types of vision boards. I'm not like my vision board will. That party would be done with a group of individuals, or I'm not gonna call them individuals. They are my friends.
Oh.
So
individuals
they are
mean
my
like
big
people you
supporters.
work with.
So I feel like you have to pick the right people to do it with. You can't share your ideas with anyone.
You can't.
And when we do this vision board, it's not only going to be about ourselves. It's going to actually be something that we're going to want to accomplish together as a group, as friends. So
I'm not
it
a
can
big-
be
I'm not a-
whether
I'm not a
it's
big fan of
business
that,
wise,
Like-
trips. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know it doesn't matter, but I'm not a big fan of like people and their visions. Like people do have vision boards, and I've seen like a couple of them where it's like they're gonna do this, or but to me it's like you writing all this stuff down. Like you have to accomplish everything up there. Like if you have like
That's not true.
So you just accomplish it
I
like
don't-
half.
It's all right. The goal is to accomplish everything, but it's okay if you don't accomplish everything. But you need
I'ma
to
feel
go.
away.
You need to go back in about maybe 5-6 months and revisit that vision board, because you probably could have accomplished something within that time frame, and then you probably haven't accomplished quite a few things. So you need to go back, revamp, and see. Okay, why haven't I accomplished this yet? It can be a few setbacks. You may have to rethink some things. You may have to make it a goal as you need to push it a little further than a year's span. Like sometimes things take a little bit of time.
Sometimes
Like if
it
you want to
does.
be a business owner, depending on what type of business you want to go into, it's going to take longer than 6 months. It may take longer than a year. So you have to, like some people with their vision boards, they don't go back and revisit them within like a certain time span, and you have to.
I think to me it's like
I don't think you should really put a time limit on it, but I think you do it to kind of see.
But if you don't do a time limit on it, then it's like to me personally, it looks like you just allowing yourself like your whole life.
Well, I didn't say
to
your
do
whole
it.
life.
I'm just saying, like,
maybe I should.
like, I
say
feel like you
need
have to put a time
you
on it,
do.
like-
But I
like
feel
you
like
should.
don't stress yourself out. Maybe that's what I
Yeah.
should say. Like, don't go crazy if you don't do it within 6 months to a year, because it may happen.
Well, I
a
guess
little
for that
over.
whole year, like if you say like you can't plan or have a business if you're not financially ready to do it. So you can plan.
That's true, and that's
in the
false.
next 5 years. You
No,
can have a vision
that's
board.
true, and that's false. But that may be that may be one of the obstacles you have to overcome, is going through some financial situations in order to get to that business. But you have a lot of people that start businesses where their credit isn't A1 great. But for some people, they want to work on their credit to make sure that it's in good standards before they even start a business. So it's a lot of different things.
I just feel
It's
like
I think it's to each his own. Whatever
exactly, to each his own. But I feel like when you planning certain things like a vision board, it should be something that has like, all right, in the next 6 months, this is what I'm expected to be at, or in the next 6 months, this is what I'm expected to have. If you're doing money, whatever, like that's how you should do it. It's
that's the ideal, reason for doing it. I'm just saying, don't stress yourself out if it's not done in 6 months. But I feel like I want to do two separate ones. I want to do one, yes, with my friends, but I also want to do one like that's going to include my kids.
Okay.
Because there are certain goals that I have that I want to reach with my kids too.
Okay.
So even if it's as far as getting one of them like started with college, like it's just it's a number of things that that I want to do. So
I don't know. I wouldn't. Me personally, I wouldn't come up with a vision board, anything like that. Like I feel like if I'm doing that, then I'm just allowing myself. Like I like my thoughts in my head, pretty much. Like I like every thought that I'm thinking and everything that I'm thinking about in my head instead of on paper. It sounds weird, but it's true.
Well, every thought is not going to be on paper, but I mean, you know, you can still keep them in your head as they are on paper. Sometimes, some people work good with visuals. Some people need to see that daily to remind them, you know, like, this is what I'm working towards. This is what I want. And it helps. I mean, you can have a lot of things going on in your head. So,
it like you said, it varies. Like, to me, it's like, for a person like me, like, yeah, like that person is.
Well, how about you should try it? Maybe if you try it, even if you just sit down and do one with you and your wife.
Then I have to buy the board, though.
Like,
Yeah, see?
You gotta buy the board. You need to buy some magazines, some scissors.
Now I'm doing like a paper mache. Now I'm like this big artist.
No.
Oh, man.
It's just cutting out stuff. It could be anything. If you do one with you and your wife, you can do one. Y'all can have a vision board done for, like, it doesn't have to be within a year's time. It could be within a few years or whatever, and it could be like to relocate to another state, or it can be to buy a home or to buy a car. It can just be, you know, or just to save money in a separate savings account, you and her. And you can have a goal that you want to reach, and it can be, let's just say, by the end of the year, we want to, you know, been and have saved about $5,000, and then you're gonna have to figure out what you guys are gonna do to reach your $5,000 goal by the end of the year. And when you save up that $5,000, like, is it like, are you working? Are you gonna work to save it up to get something, or is just something you want to just have to keep accumulating to have set aside for your kids and, you know, emergency X, Y, and Z. It could be a number of things that you can come up with and think about. It doesn't have to, you know, you don't have to do what everybody else does.
Nah, you don't. You don't.
A lot of people do this based on, marriage, you know, businesses, and yours don't necessarily have to be about a business or anything like that, because maybe that's not what you guys want to do.
That sounds good. So this year you working on the vision board. Shout out to Teak for working on the vision board this year. Another thing I wanted to ask you a question about. I know you saw the R. Kelly thing, but you laughing because like 95% of America was talking about it.
I'm
like
laughing. Oh my god. Because I said that I didn't want to.
But I just want to
right. I would answer questions. I probably would speak about it a little bit, but
I don't want to speak about it though. I just want to say something.
I didn't want to have a whole show about it.
Nah, I just wanted to speak on, like, what's crazy is that he's going through all of this, right? And the people, the women are too. And I just read it today that Sony dropped him from his deal. Mm-hmm. So, like, for the people who are like, oh my God, nothing is happening, I'm guessing, as a fan of music, I'm guessing things are happening slowly. And I feel like that's something that people wanted and people expected. When they realized that they was losing probably money, you know how this game go. When people losing money, they start cutting certain things. Listen, if you're the hottest artist, they might cut you if you got domestic violence or sex or freaking pedophile and all this other, charges that you have.
But my thing is, like, for how long?
Not that long,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, for how long? Because when he peed on that girl,
that was a long time ago.
Right. Yeah. But then what happened?
People still
it died down. People started supporting him again, listening to his music. He wasn't dropped from, So it's like, for how long though?
I support R. Kelly's music. I do. I support the music.
You support the music. And some people would say, well, why do you support the music? Because the music is based about how he's getting these girls. But I feel like a lot of people, music is about how they get girls.
Some people can't separate a musician's music versus his personal life. Like, whatever he does in his personal life, that's him. But if he's going to make music, I'm going to be like, oh, shoot. And we playing the music, and music is getting played at weddings and bar mitzvahs and all this other stuff. Like, come on, like, I'm not supporting the person, I'm supporting the music, and I think that's people misunderstanding of, like, oh, I'm gonna stop listening to his music.
Why? Right,
bitch. Who stopped you? The white people ain't stopped listening to the music.
Right. So let's just say you're not married.
Okay.
And you plan on getting married, and let's just say you get married within the next month.
Okay.
Or less. And your wife wants to have "Step in the Name of Love" played at the wedding.
Go ahead, play it. What's the worst that's gonna happen? People walk out.
That's what I was gonna say. They're gonna walk out.
Long as you give me my gifts and my
right?
cards with my money in it, I'm fine. But don't tell me what not to play. I think that's where we go wrong. Like, I seen people like want to boycott. You're not boycotting anything. You just saying that you don't want to listen to it, and you saying that you setting a trend. Oh, now she don't want to listen to. But at the end of the day, like, I'm just supporting the music that he makes. I'm not supporting the acts that he did, and I think that's what people made a mistake. I think that's what's wrong with people, and I think people should go hell with themselves. Go to hell.
I mean, yeah, and I just feel like some of these parents are at fault to a certain extent too. I don't completely fault them.
You're the second person that said that,
but to a certain extent, it is their fault.
Mm-hmm.
The parents.
Mm-hmm.
I know at some point, I don't care what people say. Oh, their kids, their mind isn't fully developed. Let me tell you something. At 15, 14, 15, 16 years old, you know right from wrong.
You do.
So whatever your parent or your mom, dad has taught you, or whoever has raised you has taught you, or whatever morals and values that they have instilled in you, you know. When you walk out that door, you make your own decision still.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I can't, like, and that doesn't mean like I'm, like R. Kelly, like I'm completely supporting R. Kelly of what he did. But I also feel like
we supporting people that pee on people.
I mean, it's horrible because these girls have to obviously they have to relive what they went through right now because they're going back from over 20 years ago and they have to relive this. And I'm sure it's probably traumatizing to some, but it wasn't like it was more just manipulation. It wasn't
but no, like now you have people, right, like speaking out. Like now we have all of these people. You have R. Kelly, you have Bill Cosby, you have this person, you have this person, you have this person, you have Matt Lauer from NBC.
Right, and I love Matt Lauer, and I'm like, how the hell? Like he shocked me.
Don't surprise me because when
I'm just saying, like, it
honestly, I think when you come in positions of power, I think now it's time to test my power, and I feel like that's what happens. Like, listen, why not? Why not? If somebody throwing themselves at me, I'm in the position of power. I'm gonna take it. It's up to you to have the actual balls to be like, you know what? Nah, I ain't want that. Nah, forget that. This is what I'm gonna do.
I mean, but I get it that they were young and they were manipulated. I know you got some grown ass women that manipulated.
You got girls right now who's stuck in a trance. You know what I'm saying? Like, they stuck.
You know, like,
I don't know.
Like I said, once again, I really
I don't
care to talk about it. I'm not supporting.
Only reason I like to talk about it because people.
It's reality. I feel like you have women today that have gone through this over 20, 30 years ago themselves.
But do you think it's like?
Feel like.
Do you think it's what? Because the charges is child pornography, right? Charges, and then it's like something with a minor, you know. But like all of these charges and all of these things happen when people knew it was happening, right? Like it happened, and people was like, "Oh, yeah, this is going on." It happened in the industry. It is not. I'm not talking about R. Kelly. I'm just talking about the industry in a whole, the music industry. A lot of
stuff happened in the industry, and it's overlooked.
But even in the music industry, the movie industry, like I was telling somebody the other day. I think I told you a while ago. Like Hugh Hefner was having sex with the girl. What's her name? Shoot, Brooke Shields at 14 years old. So
you did say that.
So
yeah.
if you and this is not this I support R. Kelly and his music. I don't support the acts, but people support Hugh Hefner and his ways, and people support his acts. And what I'm saying is that if he was able to have sex with a 14-year-old, even which is illegal and which is considered rape or child abuse or sexual, whatever abuse, whatever it is, I don't know the proper term. I'm not a legal person, but it was this. It's like, come on, like, yes, what's good for the goose is not good for the gander, and it doesn't go both ways. But at the end of the day, we're not looking at that. We looked at Hugh Hefner as like a king because he had all these women, but he was with women who were underage. Russell Simmons, Kimora Lee, she was underage. Like all of these.
Isn't he going through something right now about that? Like,
but
isn't he getting wrapped about that? Like
about
with the young girls?
But even about after her, like he was dating 19-year-olds. He was dating not even 18-year-olds, like 17-year-old models. But some of
their parents,
they allow it. Yeah, they allow it.
It's not even about the parents allowing it. It's about some of their parents have their parents been with older men, like
but that's it. But it becomes hereditary, right?
I feel like
when a girl is 17 and she's dating a guy who's like 24, right? That's obviously, and you look at her mother and her father age, you could say, oh wow, like her father is way older than her mother, right? And it's usually the case where the father is way older than the mother versus the mother being way old. If you want to say a percentage, is like at least 25% in cases like that. But it's more cases where men are dating older women. If I'm 40, 50 years old and my wife is not here anymore or not with me anymore, you think I'm going to like another 50-year-old? Hell no. You smoking coke. You sniffing coke.
So you want to get your young
25.
Oh, okay. 25.
Yeah, 25. It depends on how her body look. I told somebody, I said,
right. So what if the 25-year-old body is a mess, but that 40-year-old?
I'm still going for 20.
You still going for the 25?
Yeah, because
in 41, the 40-year-old, her body better. Their body
start deteriorating after a while. It's about deterioration. It's not about the what you can mold versus what it's already made.
That's bullshit.
But what's funny, because. And I told somebody, I was like, all right, if I'm dating somebody at 50 and she's 25 and she becomes 30 and I'm like, whatever, I'm not doing the math. But every year I will like upgrade.
Who the hell are you
because when she get her 30, 32, 33, she start getting in her feelings. So now I'm going to 25. So I'm going to keep shooting to 25. I'm going to be 60. She going to be 25. What's wrong with that? She's illegal. I'm not.
She's illegal or legal?
She's legal.
Oh, okay.
She's a very legal woman. She should be doing her own thing. But
you're gonna still be considered as an old pervert.
Yeah, but I'll be with a 20. I'll be with a 25-year-old.
She could be your daughter.
All right, I'll be with a 25-year-old. All right, she's legal and she ain't damn no 14. She ain't 16 like Brooke Shields. I'll be better off than they are. But they was doing this because they had money. They had money.
Of course.
They was living large, having money.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, don't get me wrong. He's still fucked the person for promising them and manipulating them, and
he did good.
I just felt like
he did good because
he could have had any woman
money.
He want. He could have had any grown woman he want, and he could have did the same. But my thing is, he could have did the same things for a grown woman, but he didn't have to pick on anyone's kids, I guess. So
I don't know. Another thing I wanted to talk about was I like R. Kelly. I like his music though. Like his music is good. I feel like
everybody like his music.
I feel like he's like top 5 right now in my eyes.
And a crazy thing.
What happened?
He's top 5.
Top 5, dead or alive.
It's just so. I was just thinking about something.
What? How you would young dating an older man?
No, that's not what I was thinking about. I'm just thinking about how recent, like some months before this whole R. Kelly thing blew up. I got a text with a nice R. Kelly song. So it was
wow.
he was the man. Like, he was the man then. So it was like, and now everybody hate his guts. So.
Not everybody. Not everybody.
But
Not everybody.
Anyway.
I feel like when now people are going to realize that, okay, things is happening. He got, drops from Sony. But I don't know if y'all, you know about the Soulja Boy thing, or you just... I'm
lost with these little kids and this mess that they... So help me understand. So why they're posting these, these memes of him, of his work, like, I didn't listen to the interview.
You
or
know
see the
Soulja?
interview, so I don't know.
So Soulja Boy had a Breakfast Club interview, right? Complex interview, Everyday Struggles. He was on Everyday Struggles. He had a couple interviews this past week. Soulja Boy is the dumbest person on earth right now.
Wow, what the?
Soulja Boy has. All right, let me just say that. Don't do drugs. All right, like drugs will fry. Like that commercial where like this is your brain on drugs.
Put in the egg in the frying pan.
Soulja Boy brain was the egg. Like he's on so much drugs. I think he's on cocaine too, and like pills and everything else. Everybody in the industry is. But he was just like going off of like on Kanye. He was like. He said something about Kanye.
That's what struck a nerve.
Yeah, that's what struck a nerve.
I knew it.
I'm a big Kanye fan.
Oh, we know.
Oh, his shirts cost $1,500. He only made tennis shoes. He walking around here with big shirts and like like he want people to walk around like a homeless man. I'm just paraphrasing. I'm not getting everything. I'm paraphrasing. Mm-hmm. Like, and then he comes out with like, and he says he has like a game or something like that, right? Am I right? He has like a game, and he sold like 1 million in 24 hours, whatever. But I'm sitting up here saying like, how you saying don't bash black entrepreneurs, but you're bashing Kanye entrepreneur, Drake Kanye entrepreneur, and then he just ran off. But then he was on a Breakfast Club and he was like, oh. Drake stole everything. He made Drake. Like, and I'm like,
what?
That's what I said. What?
I'm like, I don't remember. Soulja Boy. Whoa. That's
but he's saying, I
remember. I don't know.
But he did make a point. He said, I don't know the lyrics. What's the lyric? You know the lyrics? Tell me what you're. But Drake did steal that, but Drake been stealing for a while, so why you give me like, oh yeah, Drake stole this? Like, hold on. Drake stole a couple other shit too. But
Soulja Boy took that too. That's the ironic part. He stole that from somebody else.
But that's what I'm saying. So like when she stole something from Drake, stole something from him, and he stole something from somebody else. Obviously, y'all all thieves, right? I feel that in this case, Soulja Boy is like he making himself right now looks like a 6ix9ine, right? Like, think about this. We ain't hear anything from anybody, right? We was everything. The industry was quiet. Then Soulja Boy pull up, and now we hear everything. Now you got memes, and now he got his Gucci headband has an Instagram. That's what kills me, right?
I'm like, why?
Like things like that kill me, right? So we get rid of one fool, 6ix9ine. Put him in jail because he just, racketeering and whatever charges he got. Fuck him. I don't care about him. And then we get another fool. Like, how many fools do we need? Like, all last year we had 6ix9ine. Now this year we're going to have who? Fucking Big Draco. Little Draco. Hey, a.k.a. Soulja Boy. Like, to me, that shit just baffles me. It makes me upset. It makes my stomach hurt because now you have these dudes who sit here and act like, well, if this nigga ain't acting dumb, I'm just gonna act dumb. Like, why are you acting dumb? He has no like bright part, no part of his brain that's like that has like real facts and understand. Like, yes, if you say you want to do a thing, you're an entrepreneur. And he was like. Why you bashing entrepreneurs then? Why you bashing Drake? Drake is an entrepreneur. Drake probably got businesses we don't know about. You know, Kanye got businesses that we know about. So I don't know. He's just a dummy. Like he's just a dumb me. Like the dumbest nigga I know. I think and
So what do you think he's gonna make out of all of this? You think he's gonna?
This is what he's doing it for. He's doing it for reality TV.
Oh, okay.
He had a show. He was on this show. He was on Love and Hip Hop. He was on We Network, and because I watch We Network. I like We Network. I think they need a reality show with me. And I like and that was it. But he was on all of these. He was on these shows, and it brung out the ignorance in him. Like, it allowed him to be ignorant on TV. So he's like, I'm going to watch this show because I want to see what Soulja Boy do.
Nobody cares about you being ignorant. They love that.
No, but now, all right, what makes you ignorant? Doing coke. Fuck it. What you going to do? Do coke. Now you ignorant. So now you're doing coke because the media wants you to do coke, and you're ignorant. That to me, that shit baffles me. It makes me upset. You know what? I never liked Soulja Boy anyway, but he made hits because that was his era. That was what he was supposed to do. I'm pretty sure your daughter used to listen to Soulja Boy. I'm pretty sure, like, the younger
kids,
generation.
Of course, the kids, they listen to
Boy.
that, and he was flying across the stage. That's cool, right?
Superman, that ooh,
Yeah,
right. But
all the kids love that.
But nobody's gonna recognize you at this point because you on so much cocaine that you a freaking basshead, right? Like, you just sitting up there like, yeah, I'm gonna use drugs. This is what I do. Like, he's a clown. He belongs in the clown college. You know, like, he's 20 something. He's, how old is he? Like 29 years old.
29.
And like, I understand you made millions off of your music. You made millions off of who you are. But when you don't have the intelligence to back up anything, then you are a dummy in my eyes. Like, you're a dummy. You're not gonna you're gonna go on public TV on Twitter and bash people who would support you. But now you're just doing things for show. Casanova, he was doing something, and I seen this on somebody Gram. He was doing something. He was disrespecting a woman, and Casanova's like, "Yo, what's that on your face? Like your face, you look crazy. You look retarded, right? Like, you look like something's wrong with you. Like, how you disrespecting women? She disrespect." He like, "Yo, like, you supposed to be a man, bro. Like, you sitting up there, you disrespecting a woman. First of all, your face is twisted, Bobby Brown face. That's what it is. Like, that's what he had. The Bobby. Oh my God! Like, he was Bobby Brown in it, but he didn't make no sense, man. Like, that, I think that whole thing, like, you have to listen to the interviews to hear it, to understand it, but he didn't make any sense. Even when he was like, he made Drake. Like, that didn't make no sense, because I'm pretty sure Drake stole somebody else's style in Canada. He made, but I don't know. It's just different. Just a different environment. Hate different shit. Oh, man. I don't like this nigga. That was a long 10 minutes.
I just think it touched a nerve
because
Kanye.
Yeah.
I know.
Like, Kanye, like, how you gonna walk around with "We Make America Great"? We make America great again. Oh shoot, why not? Why not walk around with a hat like that? You're not indicating anything. You just saying. You just publicly voicing that you want to make America great again. I don't know. It's just different. Kanye's a different guy.
Different. Yeah, he is different.
I like Kanye though. Kanye's good. Kanye's like the best.
I mean, he's okay.
Like, I think Kanye should be like, have like a statue somewhere. Like, probably in East New York. Just like a statue.
Right, put it over there because nobody going over there
like a statue.
to look at that.
Like a good statue, for do it for the culture.
If that's what you say.
I like the culture. Teak, what you like? Culture?
Of course, it's just not Kanye.
Cardi B said something too that pissed me off too.
What she say? I thought.
I don't like her. I don't really like her. But she said I never really liked her. I always thought she
what
was
did
a
she
whore.
say?
Cardi B. Nah, she was just like Obama shut down the government for 14 days for health care.
Oh yeah.
And I'm saying to myself, and I put under there. You pay the people that's not working.
Well, she had a point.
Is she paying them?
It doesn't matter. I don't think she said nothing wrong.
I think she a clown.
She was just funny in saying it. That's all. But that's her. Would you want her to be any other way? That's because then that wouldn't be her.
She's a clown. I think she should be. I think she's another. I think she's like the female version of like 6ix9ine.
What?
Like
I didn't
think about it. All her antics. Think about everything that she did, everything that she said, from Love and Hip Hop. From like she's just this female version of 6ix9ine.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
But I mean, at least she made a pretty good point about.
That ain't no good point. You think that's a good point?
I mean, well, she spoke the truth. She didn't, say anything wrong. What did she say wrong? You got people that's talking about. Listen, you have people talking about blaming like this whole shutdown. Oh, people are killing me now. Somebody made a comment about with the whole shutdown. It should probably force people now to get up off their butt and go do something with themselves. Listen, I get it. It doesn't only affect people that get public assistance. It doesn't only affect them. I think it's a little deeper than that. It's affecting a lot of people.
Who?
Well, one is affecting my kids.
Shout out to all your kids.
My oldest kids, yeah.
Say shout out to all of them.
Their dad works for the government. So he gets up faithfully as a supervisor and he goes to work and busts his ass every day and he's not going to get paid.
So he's still going to work?
He's still going to work.
Yeah.
So whenever it lets up, he still needs a paycheck, right? But he's exhausting his savings.
That's why I think
so
it hits
that's why people
savings.
like it's like it affects more than people that just collect, public assistance. Like, and meaning like give my kids, I mean, they have me, but some people are like, oh, well, I mean, well, you their mother, you're supposed to, you right, I'm supposed to they're going to be good. I'm going to make sure they're good. But at the same time, it still affects them because when they're used to always having their father there and financially also providing, it's a little shift in things. So, yeah, we had to have a talk with them, to kind of get them, like, you got to, like, kind of lay back a little bit. Not ask so much for certain, just, like, relax. Because, I don't
know. To me, it's
a
like,
little hard. So, let's just say, like, they didn't have, me and let's just say both their parents was, working for the government. Or let's just say I was not working at all and everything was solely dependent on him.
Yeah.
You understand?
Imagine how it is.
So,
I guess it like, I don't know. Like, I guess at this point, people thinking, like, this is the best time to not work for the government. Like,
yeah, but you can't,
like, think about,
horrible.
like, if you, like, if you're thinking about it, like, yeah, this is the best time to not work for the government, but also, for people, like, I don't know, maybe it's going to affect the people that get their SSI. Maybe it's going to affect people who, get
it's not maybe.
Government.
It is affecting them. So those that work for the federal government and they have retirement pension funds, like, it affects them. It affects those that have older, elderly grandparents and stuff that relies on, like, Medicaid, food stamps. It's affecting them. Like, I don't know if you saw the email at work today. So for our clients, they get SNAP benefits.
I don't see those emails.
They are going to get they're going to get February SNAP benefits between yesterday and today. And that's it until they figure this whole thing out. So they're giving them February, but they're giving it to them now. So they got to kind of be a little extra careful and, how they're going to spend their money.
I don't know. I feel like
so.
Somebody
I think
like what you just said. Like people
stuff,
say,
with disability and stuff. So
yeah,
I don't know if they're going to get their whole check come the end of the month. I mean, come the beginning of the month. I don't know how that's going to work because they're giving the food stamps like now for February. So I don't know about
like what you said, man. You made a good point, right? You said the person said, "Oh, this is going to make people, want to work, whatever." But not necessarily, because you can't make the elder people work, right?
Right.
Even the people on like SNAP food stamps, whatever. But
listen, I mean, everybody have hard times, so I don't know what other people's situations are for being, dependent on the system. It could be a number of things, but like I said, people just don't understand. It affects more than just them. And so some people could probably sit back and, it's just only such and such amount of days, but that's a lot of days to think. Because even like with my kid's father, like he was told that last week he was going to get paid. He knew that would be the last check, but he knew that he was told he was going to get paid, but it didn't even happen. So, that's frustrating to know that you still have bills, you still have a car, no insurance, all these things are still, it's not going to stop and come to a standstill until they, let up on the shutdown.
They're not though, because he said he wanted to last for a whole year.
Yeah, like you gonna have people really out here homeless and like, how could you? You can't do that.
They're not homeless. I think they do have what is that? Like other ways to. Yeah,
but it's going to take time. It's still going to take time for anything. Any other assistance and help that they can probably get or receive. Everything takes time. It's just not going to happen overnight.
It will, because you got to think about it too. Like, because I'm thinking that when everything is all said and done and there's no government shutdown, they're gonna get like a lump sum of pay, right? Like they're gonna get paid. Like, here go.
Lump sum. It's just they're just gonna get their checks come all at one time.
All at once. You know what I mean? People gonna be happy going in the Gucci store, all the fly stuff.
That's true.
I think so though, because that's what people do.
I don't know about everybody else, but like if you got bills, like you got things that need.
I ain't
to be
gonna
paid,
say you
have to.
Like they're gonna pay their bills. So when you pay that off,
you're gonna pretty much kind of still way out to how you were when you was getting paid every other week, because
it's crazy because
add up, and you're gonna have to put.
What if you tell your phone bill company like, "Yo, the government shut down, so I can't pay you." That's crazy, right?
It is. So what I'm gonna have to do is
pay his bill.
No, I'm not gonna pay. I'm gonna pay the kids. He pays the kid's cell phone bill, so it would only be right if I pay their cell phone bill. You understand? I mean, I would do. I mean, I think that's the only thing to do because, like I said, it's my kids. It affects them too. So they still need their phone. So I will. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I probably wouldn't pay it. Right? Just let them just go without a phone, Wi-Fi. Right? Like that's how we. Like, once you have free Wi-Fi, you're good. Like once you have Wi-Fi, you should be able to connect with the world. You can FaceTime through Wi-Fi now.
My kids, they not.
Shout out to Soulja Boy, "Kiss Me Through the Phone." He made that song. And
he said.
Yeah, they said Apple should pay him, like FaceTime should pay him or whatever should pay him.
So is he broke or something?
Nah, he just probably got a lot of money that he's just ignorant. He can't count. Somebody probably stole his money though. Think so?
Oh no.
You think he's like an accountant who can,
I don't think.
Nah, but it's like someone you trust.
Shit, those are the worst ones.
Yeah.
The ones that you trust.
He purposely do certain things, so it's like he doesn't lose money. Like he purposely wears fake jewelry. Like he purposely doesn't buy 100% designer gear.
Oh, he don't.
Yeah. He purposely pulling that homeless bum facade and retarded facade, but to an extent, you know what he's doing.
He's a clown, and he He's a clown. I saw another. I seen a couple posts too. Just go through the other ones I seen. I seen that going to 6ix9ine because I seen 6ix9ine got his girlfriend got a new boyfriend.
He had a girlfriend.
So now I just tell you that when you locked up, your girl is all she
right. So that's the question. So, oh God.
Now she got a question. If I was in jail,
it ain't about me. I'm just saying because you brought that up about his girlfriend.
Yeah, she a slut.
Why is she a slut?
She's just a slut.
I want to know why.
Because I said she a whore.
Why?
Because she is a slut.
Why is she a slut though?
Because that's how women are.
I don't know.
That's what women do.
I don't know. Oh God, he probably took it down. I'm sure he probably did. I think he took the post down. And it has something to do about if your girl if you was locked up for about I think 10 years, like would you I think it's like would you keep all right if you was locked up for 10 years and on the outside she did everything, like she held you down, made sure you was good, visits, whole 9 yard, commissary, did everything, but still was dating somebody outside. Now, once you come out, do you pick up your relationship from where
we left off,
or do you just leave alone and just find her to be as like disloyal?
If I was locked, you saying if I was locked up, let's just say if I was locked up,
feel like
so what would you do? Pick up where you left off?
I mean, if I'm the guy and I'm locked up for 10 years, even if I'm the girl and I'm locked up for 10 years and they out there with a whole nother relationship, it depends on how long that person was in that relationship with for. You understand? Like, is that person out there just, getting by with somebody, because they need to relieve sexual, frustration or whatever, or if they made a whole full relationship out of this for so long, are they in love? It depends. It's like some people will like, throw the whole girlfriend away. But
yeah, get rid of the whole girlfriend.
But she still made sure you was good. She didn't turn her back on you, but she just
so you saying if the guy comes out of jail, he should they make a whole relationship restart?
Right. Let me tell you something. If I'm married to somebody and they go to jail, first of all, I don't know, depending on what the hell you went to jail for. That's one thing. You got to figure out what you went to jail for. Yeah. But you go to jail and you do a long bit like that, and I'm the wife, I'm not going to cheat. Now, if you doing 10, 20 years, I don't know. I won't. I feel like if
a nigga doing 10, 20 years, like he's somebody else's girlfriend.
Though. You get those visits,
but he's somebody else's girlfriend.
No, but I feel like if you get those visits, you should be good, right?
He's having sex with a man.
It's different because I just feel like
a man is having sex with him.
I still feel like it's different, so I don't know. That's kind of hard to say. I don't know if I would. I mean, you're going to do it for a couple of years, but like 10 years, that's a long time. It's a really long time. 10 years to be with some, to stick by somebody's side in jail.
Like,
that's not, you're not doing like a couple of months to a year, like 10 years.
I feel like when a woman, if I'm in jail for a while,
give me my gold card to just have to be with somebody else until you come home.
Fuck that.
So what am I supposed to do for 10 years?
10 years, you're supposed to sit there and masturbate for 10 years.
Oh, come on. Like, even after masturbating, you want real penetration.
Now you go get a dildo. That's not working. You go get this. This is not working. You might as well go out there and find you a whole new man.
Exactly.
And let this nigga be with a whole new man. Because that's what's going to happen. Oh, man. Listen, we got a host today with us. Say who you are.
Nysa.
Hi, Nysa.
Hey.
She was here a while ago.
Oh, yeah? Like years ago?
It wasn't that. It was last year.
A whole season.
It was a season.
A season. That's season. How you feeling today?
Tired.
She got lost.
Yeah.
She got lost.
Apparently, Wyckoff Brooklyn is different from Wyckoff Ridgewood. Yeah, they're different.
Oh, you're right. Because that one is, I think, takes you to Bushwick, like on another side, back on another side, probably in Bushwick.
Past the Barclays. That.
Oh,
direction.
Oh, wow.
Shit.
I didn't know that. Oh, that's something new. We live.
That nigga crazy.
Because I know it's another Wyckoff, but it takes you back on the other side, like.
You know what? You might be right.
Bushwick?
I'm bad with directions.
I don't know.
I just know in the cab we passed the Barclays Center.
So you was like, "Hey,
That's
Barclay," and then you
Yeah,
got to go the
that's a
other
lot.
way.
I
Like,
got
oh
out
shit.
and because I remember how it looked the last time I came. So when I got out the cab, I was just like, "This doesn't look like it." So when I typed it in Uber again and it said Ridgewood, because Ridgewood sounds like Queens, so I'm like, it's definitely not that.
Yeah.
Right, but it's like borderline. This would be considered borderline of going into Queens over here.
So
it is.
It makes sense.
That's why Ridgewood. Yeah, it is.
It's Bushwick to me.
Well, it's Bushwick to us, but Bushwick like is.
It's so
But-
weird.
It is.
It's so
Listen.
weird.
Where are you originally from?
Brooklyn.
Well,
Oh, that's why you got lost. You got it, yeah.
no, we from Brooklyn, and it's
Because
weird,
this is
though.
a
It's
different
really-
part of Brooklyn. This
It's
is
a different part of Brooklyn.
It is.
this is Latino Central. You know,
I don't know what this is, but this is like a whole bunch
You're
of
not Spanish, right? I
warehouse.
can't
No,
say
I'm
Spanish.
not Spanish.
Good. This is Latino Central.
So-
La 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 bamba. Listen,
You're Spanish?
No,
No,
but
no.
you know, I got them my people. So
I really don't care for too many people. That's just me. So we was talking about men and being incarcerated for X amount of time, right? Like, would you sustain this relationship? Would you keep this relationship after knowing that a guy's just been spending time, like he's gonna spend 10 years in jail? Would you still like hold on for those 10 years? Or
Well,
would
how
you
long have you known this person before they got locked up?
that makes a point. That makes a good point, right? Because if you known the person for 4 years and it's like, I really knew you for 4 years out of my life, I wasted 4, but hey, you know.
yeah, but 4 then 10 is still like.
Right.
So if you knew them for
And I'm a very faithful girl, but I just feel like 10 years is a long. Like
Yeah. I don't think anybody would
that's
do,
a long time.
Yeah, no one would do that. And
I feel like he would be selfish to even want
you
me
to do that.
to do that. 10 years.
I mean, I feel
A
like
couple.
the most I would do is pick up phone calls. But
yeah, while you with some other nigga in the background, like,
Yeah.
yeah, you see this nigga? Stop touching my. You see I'm on the phone with my friend.
I only got
Now
10
that's your
minutes
friend.
anyway. 7 to 10 minutes,
Yeah.
right?
right.
Oh yeah, somebody know
But
about those phone calls.
eventually those things die out.
Yeah,
You know, the
They-
calls start getting less because you probably can't pick up the phone because you're on a date.
yeah.
And, you know,
And are you paying this commissary? Like, are you doing these things? Like,
I wouldn't do that.
It depends
Oh.
on.
You wanna put money
it
in the
depends on
conversation?
the relationship, though.
God, y'all some.
No, it depends on how.
If
long
I'm in
we
jail
was a
for 10
relationship.
years, multiple women should be putting money into my commissary.
Were you financially supporting these women when you were out?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's different.
Yeah, that's
They should
different.
be putting money in by the boatload. Like,
I
take
hear
it.
that.
Take
Okay, well,
it,
if you
take
paying rent and stuff, yeah.
it. Damn, supporting your ass when I was out. How you think I got in here?
Right.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
was-
different story.
It depends.
But,
right, it
but that's
depends
what
on
I'm
how
saying.
you
Like,
got
if a
in
guy
there.
felt like, yo, like, I was supporting you through when you didn't have a job, when you was like the
So
lowest
you're
of your
gonna feel
low.
obligated to do it. That's
yeah, it's
probably
more
what
like
you're
an
gonna do.
obligation. Yeah, you're gonna feel like, oh, well, he did that.
But
for
if you
me.
pull the same way I did, I don't listen. You ain't doing nothing no different than I not did. And if I
don't
can
know.
do it myself anyway, what's the difference?
I don't know. I just feel a different way. I wanted to ask you a question. I wanted to ask you a question about because I seen that you commented when they said Alicia Keys is gonna be.
Oh boy.
Nah, that shit was funny because I like it, but it was kind of funny, so you got to explain it. So you said they said Alicia Keys is gonna be hosting the Grammy. Shout out to Alicia Keys because that's dope. As a black person, I feel like that's dope, right? And especially she's an artist and she's an amazing talent. But you said that she
read it?
if
I
she
didn't
wasn't
read it.
if she wasn't gonna wear makeup, you're not
I'm
here.
not here.
Why?
That's interesting.
I
Why?
mean, to me, that's boring. Just like I said,
She's
when
boring.
someone asked me why, I was just like, that's boring. Like, when you think of the Grammys, you want to. It's almost like a vote, or it's almost like a fashion show. Like you want to see everybody's
Glamour.
showing
You're
out
right.
for the
That's
Grammys.
I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, like half of the time, like people watch almost like the Super Bowl. Most of the people watch it for the commercials. Some people watch the Grammys. Some people watch the Grammys for the glamour.
Right.
And that's what I'll be there for. That's what I would want to watch it for.
So all right. So now it's making me think, because I kind of get what she's saying. It's like, okay, nobody's knocking that she wants to do her whole all natural, no makeup. That's fine.
Right.
But I get it. But something big like that, you're used to seeing everyone dress up and you know
and then
go all out.
Right.
You
and
know,
her not wearing the makeup, it's like you're kind of like diluting the whole.
So you're saying she's gonna look like
she's
gonna look like more like the mom, right? Like I said, she's gonna look like the mom, like
the
the mom with no makeup, struggling with the kids.
What's the big deal? But when you explain it like that, it kind of do make a little more sense. Like you do want to see, and it's for one night. Like you know, wash it off when you're done.
When you get home,
it's for one night. It's not like you never wore it before, so.
Right. That's like everyone wearing like diamond bracelets, and you come in with like a digital watch. It's just
what's her.
Like I don't know, you know, or
what's
you
wrong
dressed
with the
up and then she coming in sweats.
It makes sense.
Listen,
it's an event. She's right though.
Swiss Beats like it. You know.
Well,
not saying that he doesn't. I mean, listen, he can love it. It's okay, but I get she's saying for the Grammys.
Mm-hmm.
So you saying
like,
she should be
cute
down? She should be down up,
right? She should,
for the Grammys.
Let's see her go back into the days when she did put on all the makeup.
Well,
right.
The
dreads.
With the braids. She had all the braids. Her braids was laced up. Braids was better than some of these people braids out here. Shout out to her. I don't know. I just felt that comment was like, I like it. I think I liked it.
It was different, right? Because
it.
Nobody probably would thought to say that. They're like, oh, she's going to be beautiful. Not saying that she's not, but we would love to see her with that.
Yeah, like just.
We don't want to see her with bare face.
Right.
We want to see her with like.
So she's going to change these dresses and have all these beautiful gowns on and just.
And then she's going to walk next to you like she was not even a part of the event. Like.
So you don't want her next to you right now. She's sitting right next to you. You know what I'm saying? Get away from me. That's what you're saying. Get away from me. I don't want you to. This is Alicia Keys, bro. Like, I don't want you next to me.
It makes sense.
She probably gonna go in her bag and say, "All right, let me put some makeup on you. Let me help you out there, sister."
Oh, that would be nice. I haven't thought about it. Maybe a lot of people should start writing underneath her posts like, "Just wear makeup, one just for that."
She's not gonna wear it because I think her thing is like, if you tell me to do it, I'm not gonna do it. Right? Like, I'm gonna just be rebellious against. Like she said, I didn't say she didn't say she was rebellious against makeup. Mm-hmm. She just said she's not gonna wear makeup. You know?
It's okay that she don't wear it. I think it's fine. You know, to each his own.
Some
people wear it for whatever other reasons that you know. Mm-hmm. I mean, I like makeup, but I don't. You know, I don't wear it every day.
Yeah, me neither.
And I pretty much like to cover up my moles, so that's.
I don't know about makeup. So.
The older I got, the moles just start popping.
Like the ones that you could feel.
No, I can't feel them.
Oh,
I think I'll die if I can feel them.
Because you know what's that girl name? From Chrissy and Jim Jones. You know that mold.
Oh no! I love Chrissy, but I can't. I don't know how she do that.
I think she should cut it.
Take that off.
Yeah,
I think that's why Jim Jones didn't marry her.
Oh, you
because of the mold.
Because of the mold.
No. I can't feel them. Like you can see them, but I can't feel them.
Okay, so now I think that's fine.
But I don't like them though, because they wasn't there before years ago. Just wasn't there.
You know,
probably had like 1 or 2, but it's like that last pregnancy just popped them all out.
Usually with the moles, I just
and they're mainly like right.
I just
in
say
the
you should
Caribbean
cover
we
them.
call them beauty marks.
And in America we call them ugly marks.
I don't call them.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
But not ugly.
I didn't say he was. What's wrong with you? Why you
gotta
go there?
I can go without wearing the makeup. I
didn't say you can't.
Yeah, if I had,
can you go without it?
I wish I could do my makeup every day.
Okay.
Like I would love to do my makeup
me too.
every
it's
day.
Time consuming.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like I would rather sleep. Like if I have to be at work for 1, and I have to wake up at 11 to do makeup before I get to work,
right?
I'm probably not going to. I'm probably gonna sleep till 11:45 so I can just shower, throw on my clothes, and get to work. Like my sleep is, I don't know. That's my favorite thing to do.
Oh wow.
I know some people that like take hours to put on makeup.
Yeah, me too. Like my friend just told me it takes her 15 minutes to do her eyebrows. So now I'm interested. Like, what are you doing for 15 minutes?
I think you started questioning your eyebrows too.
Yeah, right? I'm like, I'm probably not doing it right.
Too. I'm like, what the hell are you doing for 15? That's a long time.
And it's so funny because I was at her house. She was getting ready to go out. She does club stuff. Like, she's a bottle girl. And she was doing her eyebrows. She started. And then I think I just got so bored I stopped watching. But next time, because it took so long. Wow. But the next time I'm like, I need to watch you do your eyebrows, because I feel like, what could you possibly be doing for 15 minutes?
Because in like 15-20 minutes I could do something
my whole
simple,
face
like
yes.
Can you imagine the things I could do in 15 minutes?
I'm like, your eyebrows? So how long does it take for you to do the rest of your face?
I don't get into anything, no contour, unless I'm going, like, I gotta be really going somewhere and I'm going to get my face done. Mm-hmm. But something simple is just like,
that's my favorite part of getting ready, is doing makeup. I would like start getting ready, and once my makeup is on, and I got my picture, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I can like go home now. Once I got that good picture, I'm done.
Oh my God! Like my now it's like, now it's about the pictures and stuff. I want to ask you, because the Brooklyn Hustle, right? Brooklyn Hustle, that's what it is called. The
Hustle in
Brooklyn.
Hustle in Brooklyn.
Hustle in Brooklyn. Are you featured in there?
I am.
I'm sorry. Are you? In the next season? In the next season, I think they're gonna do another season.
Oh, really?
I think so. That's what I heard in Brooklyn.
I don't know. I only got to watch a couple of the episodes with my
friend. How was it?
I have to watch the other episodes. I think I only watched the first 5. Yeah.
To catch.
Because like I say, like, I value my sleep. So when I'm home from work, I'm going straight to sleep. The only how I got to watch it is because my friend, she's a star. Mm-hmm. And we made it a thing that I came over and watched all her recordings.
Okay, good.
And I think I'm probably going to try to go back over there and watch the rest. But if I'm featured, I don't know.
No, well, I was asking you because I wanted to know if you knew about the whole, they had like AZ and what's the name had a fight. I don't, like, I'm only gonna, like, if you know the fight, because nothing is a fight until it's like physical, right? Mm-hmm. Right? That's me. That's how I am. I'm from East New York, so I'm from the hood. So it's like it's a fight. Like, was it real beef or was it fake beef? Do you think so?
I didn't get to see that episode. The episode that I stopped at was when I think they were coming into the studio or something like that. Mm-hmm. That's so hard to, it's hard to like identify, because I met Danny through Asia. Yeah. And when we were all together, it was just, the queens of Haiti.
Yeah.
So I really don't even know. And then I'm not really like a dramatic person. Like, I don't want to bring that up and like her to feel the way she felt when she dealt with it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I, but the thing is that, like, I don't want to be like weird towards Danny either, because she knows I'm Asia's friend. Yeah. Right. So it's just something that, like, I just try not to touch.
Yeah. To me, because like when you say fight, you thinking about like, yo, listen.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't actually see the fight. I saw like the clips of it that they were showing when it was coming to the other episodes.
It's interesting though, because like Teak could tell you, like, I'm not a big fan of reality, even though I feel like I need a reality show. Like,
yeah.
I really do.
How did you feel when you saw, like, what exactly happened?
It looked like women getting into like a.
So, but you didn't think it was that serious, right?
I don't think it was that serious.
I know, because to me, it's like, it kind of just came out of nowhere, like, when I heard it.
I feel like. All right.
I thought some of it's like fake anyway. Like, what,
Yeah. I feel like ratings plays a part in everything. How about that? Like, it's not just like to diminish their beef or whatever, or issue, to diminish their issues. I'm not going to diminish their issues. They probably have real issues, but I feel like ratings plays a part in issues. If you even look at like Love and Hip Hop, a lot of those things don't really happen and only on camera. Mm-hmm. What's her name? What's the girl that does all of the reality shows? What's her name?
Mona Scott.
Mona Scott. Mm-hmm. She's a part of it. like she's a writer, right? So I'm gonna write this, and I'm gonna write this, and I'm gonna write this part, and I'm gonna write this part, and we're gonna see friction between both of you guys, right? Because if she's writing something for me and I'm just saying my lines or I'm just ad-libbing.
So you think they have like actual lines?
I feel like hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I haven't watched this. So
I feel like because I don't watch reality TV, but I know a guy who said like he wrote a lot of like lines for certain people and for people in general in the industry.
In the reality TV industry.
Yeah. And it's written.
You know what? I feel like there are some reality TV shows that are a lot more organized than some.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Real Housewives of Atlanta or Real Housewives of whatever. The Real Housewives. I feel like their reality shows are a lot more structured in the editing and the way that it flows. And then you kind of see like Love and Hip Hop where it looks like it's like bits and pieces of things put together.
I feel like they need Ratchet. Like you need Ratchet to make sales, right? Probably, so now, like when you strolling through your gram, you like, oh shoot, oh they had a fight. Oh,
yo, you want to know what's so crazy? I actually, when I was in college, you know, everybody in school, you're so stressed. You know, I would not watch reality TV shows because it was just so stressful to watch, and it's like you start to emotionally get involved. And then you start getting riled up for this person. And then you just start like, wait, why am I mad for her? I don't even know her. Exactly. It entices emotions that you don't even want to.
It's draining. It's
draining and stressful.
That's why.
And one thing I did like about the Hustle in Brooklyn was that it was literally people just trying to do stuff. And it wasn't that much drama. It wasn't, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like drama is associated with like urban audience, and they feel like that's what they
wanted. They wanted to capture that audience.
But the thing is, to be honest, I feel like I don't know. I feel like either we're maturing, but I feel like people want to see other people succeed at this point now. Yeah. I think we're kind of over,
right?
Bitches fighting over niggas, and we're over, people being haters. Like we're kind of over that
stigma of like
like now we want to see people make it so we can know how to make it. You know what I mean? Like I like even with me, I tend to now have friends that have their own property because that's what I want to do. So I would more so watch a show where I see someone starting from the bottom and literally coming to the top in a positive way, so I can know how to take the steps.
That's what I'm going to watch.
What, porn? No. What? That's starting from the bottom.
I mean, I watch porn, but I'm just saying.
I'm pretty sure we all watch a little porn.
What you want to watch?
No, we going to the show. To Big Booty Judy. She's dropping jewels on business.
Big Booty Judy. Isn't she from ATL?
Yeah.
She's a real person.
Yeah, her name is Jessica.
They call her.
I forgot the last name.
What they call her?
Big Booty Judy.
When you say names like that, I think of porn. So.
Yeah, but that's not what she does. She has an Instagram and she has business. No.
Okay, well, Big Booty Judy is porn.
She dropped her tickets this morning all over.
What is she doing?
She's just gonna do like a segment on like just you want to start your business, just giving you a lot of information.
I would rather see the drama behind starting your own business.
We was like this glued to our phones and our computers at work, and that's why I was kind of late getting upstairs at 1 o'clock because I was like, as soon as I was like, I can't go.
You watching Big Booty Judy?
I was like, wait a minute, I had to get my ticket because some things was selling out in minutes.
But
like
realize
selling
what
out
you watching.
Like a minute.
You watching Big Booty Judy?
It wasn't porn, so stop.
And I'm watching Big Booty.
What is it? What is it? Big BBW?
BBW.
I was gonna say BBL.
I don't know what BBL saying.
I think that's the
big butt loser. That's what
yes. All right. Her real name is Jessica
Parker
DuPont.
I don't know that hoe.
She has like the whole site thing for hair products and stuff.
I think people here gonna fall out.
Yeah, I don't never trust these people with hair products.
Well, I don't know her hair products. I just want to listen to her. But, all her knowledge on business, and I guess she started from the bottom.
Yeah.
And she's great.
You know what? I feel like that would be a dope reality TV show. It's the struggles, because starting a business is a lot of drama.
Yeah.
Because you might get into it with someone who has a similar business who thinks that
but
you guys
even when you partnership,
even partners.
Yeah.
I feel like that's why I'm saying I need a reality show.
Why?
Like, I think my life is based on people need to see my life.
What's
everything?
I feel like I can't say this without it sounding rude, but what's so interesting?
Everything.
I'm glad you said it.
Everything.
No, like seriously, like
let a camera follow me for one day.
Oh,
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting. And the producer, the director is gonna say, all right, we're gonna just give you this one shot, and they're gonna be amazed at the things that I come up with. Yeah, I'm very crafty, but
So you mean as far as business?
as far as everything.
Okay, business lifestyle. Okay. Yeah.
But I also want to hear you, because we spoke about it earlier about the Soulja Boy thing. Like you laughing. Yeah.
I think it's so funny. I think it's the funniest thing.
I think Soulja Boy is on coke.
Actually, I think I love Soulja Boy now. Like,
see, now he got a fan.
No, it's
she
so
following
funny.
him on Instagram, following the headband on Instagram too. She's
but
big
no,
shot.
I don't follow him. But it's funny because my brother, he actually loved Soulja Boy. I was in high school still, so he was probably still in, middle school? So he would play Soulja Boy, Pretty Boy Swag a lot. Yeah. That was his shit. Like, you could not, he felt like that song was him. He would get dressed, and I would see him in the mirror like, Pretty Boy Swag. Like, just like fixing himself. So that kind of like made me, I don't know, it kind of made me have a connection with the song, because it just brings, when you hear certain songs and it like triggers certain memories. That's what that did. And then to see like Soulja Boy call out these artists who are using his lyrics and
supposedly
stuff, I feel like he has every right to be, and I like a little arrogance because I think it's funny.
But
I think it's so funny, and I just think like the headband was so funny. The way his head is,
and everything
was funny.
Entertaining.
The
way he was talking, it was just so entertaining, and I like that. It's funny.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all remember like when Bobby Brown came on and he had the coke. He looked like he was on drugs. That's how Soulja Boy looked.
Well, Soulja Boy has been like that for so long.
But
it's not alarming.
I think now it's more like, dude really got issues. And we were talking about it earlier, like, since 6ix9ine went to jail, it had to be a new dummy to come out, right? Like, that's the name of the game.
But
like,
Soulja Boy has been like this before 6ix9ine was even thought about.
But he's been a dummy. He's just being more of a bigger dummy on platforms now. You understand what I'm saying?
Soulja Boy, I feel like Soulja Boy's been like this. Been.
105, Breakfast Club wouldn't have probably interviewed him if he wasn't a big dummy. Think about it. Because when he was on Superman now, nobody.
You want to know so funny about that video? He had, I was in high school. He had, I think it was like a Pepsi Smash, something like that. And it was like, I think it's Rucker Park. It was somewhere in Harlem. Yeah. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly.
Rucker Park.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rucker.
And my friend and I from high school, we went to go do the video. It was a Soulja Boy thing. And I had on Uggs. Mm-hmm. And apparently that was the first time he ever seen Uggs. And he was just like, what are those? So in my mind, I feel like he's just always kind of been like...
Oh, okay.
He's always just kind of been like that. Like...
An asshole. A jerk.
Like,
right.
Illiterate.
I mean, just kind of like funny. Like, class clownish.
Yeah.
And it was like the knit Uggs. Like, when the knit ones came out?
Yes.
I don't wear Uggs. I see men with Uggs. I be laughing at them.
Why?
Like, I laugh at them.
Why you men Uggs?
Why you want comfort? Put some Timbs on, bro.
Feet be cold in those shits.
So what?
Yeah.
So what? I had it. Yo, listen.
Even he knows.
He's even
if it was the other
he's
ones,
a millennium.
like
Millennium. So that's how it go. But it's just funny how social media is just like glorifying certain ignorance. Right.
I wouldn't say I'm glorifying it.
I'm saying like social media, like in general. Like
I think it's just funny. It's.
But that's what I'm saying. Like people like, and I was just saying that when when guys like that think it's funny, they go and they start like you said, class clown. So they start being a clown everywhere. Like he was at the Barclay at Yam joint, Yam Day, right? Yam Day, I don't know, you guys know who Yam is. Yam is a guy from Harlem. He passed away, whatever. He from the ASAP mob. So pretty much he passed away, but they always do this every year. They do something. They did something in the Barclay, and Soulja Boy just came out there. He ain't perform, but people like ignorant, so they wanted him to say Drake, like whatever. But they paid money.
Drake.
There you go. But they paid money to hit, and that's all they wanted. They didn't want him to play. They didn't want him to put music out. They didn't want him to do anything but say Drake. My thing, I'm sitting here like I'm looking at the gram like these niggas is retarded. Like, you think I'm paying $20? Like, think I'm paying like $80? My what's the name was there? We had him on the show too. Manny was there, Manny the Mayor, and then we had a couple other guys who was there, and I'm like, yo, like dudes, I know them dudes didn't pay that much money to see these niggas come, see this nigga come out, and he's a clown. But at the end of the day, he's what's hot, right? Every media outlet is looking at him like, oh wow, I'd rather have let me get Soulja Boy on the joint.
You see, and I feel like that kind of relates to what I was saying before about the reality TV shows.
Hate reality TV.
No, like everyone is kind of past that dramatic thing. Mm-hmm. Just like with music, no one pays attention to the actual art behind music. Because people who listen to music don't know what F sharp is or C sharp sounds like. You know what I mean? We don't care about the details. We just care about what it makes us feel like.
Right.
And Drake with that incident, which is funny because I feel like people can relate to like when someone is calling someone the best and you're like, what? Or like even his reasons behind it, like, yo. And then people, when Soulja Boy said his verse, and then people were like, oh shoot, Drake did get that from Soulja Boy. So now everybody's just kind of like, oh so shoot, like something big just happened.
But he got it from somebody else too.
Probably, but we don't know that till it blows up.
Right, until it comes out, right.
We don't know that, yeah, you're right.
So for now, Drake stole it.
For now, Drake missed it on a lot of things. I'm just saying, But I don't know. I've always been a real hip hop fan. So like when these guys like Soulja Boy come out, it's more like, all right, that's just for like that era. Like you're just here for that era and that time. Like even with a lot of music, like even what you can say like Jodeci, right? When Jodeci came out, Jodeci came out, and it was like, oh wow! And then as time go on,
other boy groups,
who's like, oh, Jodeci, what's that? You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, what's that? Like, right?
So who came first? 112 or
nah? Jodeci.
Jodeci came first. Jodeci came first.
Then 112.
Right.
Like if you asking me, I prefer 112.
I prefer Jodeci.
See.
Oh, that's hard.
It's not hard. Let me tell you why it's not hard.
All right.
I just be starting shit up. I just be starting shit up. Shout out to Jodeci.
But I like 112 too.
But nobody from 112 was really. You see, and this is what I was saying. No one. Well, at least for me, I'm gonna speak for myself. I don't really care about how. I don't know. But anyway, when it came to boy groups, I had to choose one of them to like. Yeah. If I didn't like one of them, then the song was just the song.
I feel like you like an NSYNC.
That's just like Belle Biv DeVoe. Like you have to find one of them.
I think you seem like an NSYNC type of person.
You know what's so funny?
Yeah, you probably did.
NSYNC.
No, I was never really into NSYNC as much as I was into
like the other
98 Degrees.
Oh.
I don't know what I don't even know. Like I don't even know the degrees outside. It's like what 29 right now.
I can't remember this. Like I can't really remember. But back then, I remember wanting to listen to 98 Degrees more than.
I don't know any 98 Degrees NSYNC or Backstreet Boys song. I really don't. I'm not gonna lie to you.
However, if I did listen to boy groups, it was Jodeci. It was Backstreet Boys.
Oh yeah, I love them.
Yes. How could you not like Backstreet Boys? Like
I only like Teddy Riley.
Okay.
Because he's like the producer, like that time. He was the dope. That's the only person I like. Everybody else was just like, who? Teddy?
And then, I don't know. Like, it's just, so I don't know. I feel like there needs to be an R&B.
Groups. Yeah, right. There's no.
But you
no
can't do it because
R&Bs.
everybody, and it's just like a reality, right? Like everybody competes with each other now.
But there's nobody doing R&B to even compete with the title.
That's true.
That's true because everybody goes solo now.
Well, you know what it is? It's just that everybody is now getting deals for no reason.
I feel like
not a lot of people are talented.
Vent.
Who? I don't know. Like,
let me know.
To be honest, I don't even listen to music like that.
Wow.
If there's no artist that's out right now that's
you know
new that I can
like,
say that I
like
listen to.
Jacquees.
Mm-hmm.
I like him, but it's like
I think he's a clown.
Me too.
I just feel like everything. Like, what does he really?
He's a clown. He hasn't made
make up his own.
He hasn't made music.
Right.
I just feel like nothing.
He just has a voice.
And I just feel like he takes everything that we like from the past and
just
he just redo it. And it's like, so
but you know what?
That's what gave
right. But that's what gave him. I think because that's what we want. I feel like we want that so bad, and he's the only one that he does great renditions.
Like I get it. I give him that. But it's
almost
just
like
the way you said that word, renditions. Wow, you really using your
because that's
your
what
vocabulary
he did.
now, right? Like you really expanding your vocabulary.
Every song is like, oh no, so-and-so really sung that, but he did it over. But it sounds cool. I like it. You know.
I don't know. I'm from the hood, so I don't like a lot of music.
And I feel like we wanted it to be Chris Brown. We wanted it to be Miguel. We wanted somebody to just be that like old school, like in love, like that like infatuation kind of music.
Chris Brown or R. Kelly. Right. Chris Brown or R. Kelly.
That's so annoying because R. Kelly is so disgusting. But
so is Chris Brown too.
To separate the person from the music, I don't want to say the artist because it's still the same person. R. Kelly's music
is amazing.
I mean, come on.
Right, so that's what we said. We separated him being like from an artist, to that. So like we don't condone what he did, but it's right. But at the music, same time, it was
what's so funny? I think I literally just texted
like who's gonna stop listening to the music?
And it's so funny. I literally just texted in one of my group chats, and I was like, I would wish. I'm trying to look for it.
I hate group chats.
Me too.
I
always fuck up and send the wrong shit to somebody.
I don't like people. I'm tired of sending dick pics by accident.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Like, you're annoying. Like, what?
How do you accidentally send that? Like, why is that even up on your phone?
And in a group chat? You got it in a group?
Yeah.
So I was like, I need somebody to re-sing all of R. Kelly's like songs. Why? Because the songs are so good, but you just don't want it to be him.
Why? Listen.
I don't mind if it's
because I'm running short.
I honestly wouldn't mind if it's
we're running a little short on time, but
like
I want to say that
we all been in those positions.
Like I said,
you like the older guy. They manipulated you until they got what they want. You as a girl, you didn't care for that moment.
But you know what? That's what a lot of the women said.
And that's what it
was like. But it's R. Kelly. I went to his rape case, but I still went with him.
But
right, so I just feel like it wasn't really forced to me. Like that's just my opinion. I didn't feel like it was
to what I said,
although it wasn't right, but it wasn't really 100% forced either.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I don't support the acts. I support the music. Mm-hmm. It's two different things. Mm-hmm. Like you said, it's the artist. Do I support the artist? No. But do I support the music the artist makes? Yes, absolutely.
Because
I've been turned off with him since the whole P thing, but the music I still was listening to.
And that's the thing. I feel like all of this stuff happened. We knew about all of this stuff already. So it's like, to hear it again, it's just like, you already got over the grossness. You're just hearing it again.
Y'all grown-ups. Lil P?
That's disgusting. I'm
Lil P?
Little
drip drip?
Nah, I'm good.
Little drip?
Mm-mm.
Drip drip.
It's
drip.
completely different
drip,
from... No, nobody wants that.
Yeah, that's just gross.
But men want squirt? Whoa.
Well, that's just like you pissing in a bed on somebody. Like, who wants somebody
to be honest, I don't know nothing about that skirt business. I don't know what that is. People say it's pee.
You never
People
did
say
that?
it's not. Did what?
So you never squirt?
Oh, skirt.
Oh.
She's like...
Why you gotta make your face up like that? You just made your face... She had to...
I don't think it's really pee, but I think it's a combination of... Really, I don't know.
But
I really don't like...
It's not wrong with a little squirt here and there. It's just like, when guys pee.
No.
Yeah, and that's gross.
Absolutely.
Well, most guys can't make no girl squirt anyway. Y'all people can make us come the right way.
That's true, right?
You said you just drank.
That was because that was a conversation I had a little while back. It's like I know I've been as in my adult time. I've been in a position where, as an adult, I shouldn't have to make myself come. So I've been in a relationship. A lot of times, it's like. So most of the time, out of that relationship, I had to make myself. So come, I want to ask a question. And I shouldn't have to do that.
So I just read something.
A man needs to learn a woman
from T.K. Kirkland. I read it earlier this week. It said, having a big dick, does that mean, like, does that make you come? Like, does it make a woman come having a big dick? And but I'm gonna let y'all go. Because I'm a dude, and I'm just going to stay back and fall back. But
see, that's iffy because my last... I know most women want... Well, I don't know about everybody else. It's like you want a big penis. I get it. You do. But it can be uncomfortable. If you have to adjust to it, you have to learn how to work with it in order to get pleasure out of it. Because in the beginning, it was very uncomfortable. It's almost like I didn't want to do it no more because it was uncomfortable.
When I was in college, I actually had
uncomfortable.
One of my
you
friends.
Don't kind of, it's almost like adjusting. Like you got a fucking shoe and you got to put that shoe tree in there to adjust it to keep it. Like it's like that. So a big penis doesn't always work for. It don't work for everybody unless you adjust to it and you know how to kind of get pleasure out of it because it can be uncomfortable. It can be like I'm just laying there like, okay.
Go ahead.
When I was in college, I actually had a friend. Believe it or not, I wasn't even sexually active like my first year in college.
What?
Yeah, I wasn't.
I was having sex with everybody in college.
I believe you. So was just like, so it was just like people used to talk about sex a lot. You know, when you're not having sex, you used to ask all kind of questions. Mm-hmm. So she did tell me one time she saw a guy, he was so big that she told him no. But
what? If I'm dropping and it's hanging on the floor, you ain't
so I get that because in my last situation, like dealing with the guy I last dealt with, I didn't want to do it. And I'm a whole grown ass woman. I was like, it's not gonna work. But like I said, you have to adjust to it.
Just let me put the tip in.
But then I've never been in a situation where I was just like, no, you're too big.
Oh, because everybody was small.
Well,
probably not.
I'm just. Did I say that?
No, I've actually never seen a small one.
Okay.
Just to get, I guess, a little bit TMI, too much information.
It's okay. It's real conversations. We just pretty much.
But I've actually never seen a small one.
What's a small one?
Yes, I have.
Oh wow.
I'm so lying. Yes, I have.
On porn?
But you know how you just want to forget about the niggas that were just fucking assholes anyway? I'm good at forgetting.
You know what? I don't, because I like to bring people up. I like to say their name. I like to say where they live at.
No,
because listen, I'm going to tell you about the people I peed on. But go ahead.
But I've never been in a situation where I saw it and I was scared. Because I don't know. I feel like the vagina is made to stretch.
It's supposed to stretch.
High five. So
high five.
I had to learn this as an adult because like most guys will make you feel like it stretches you loose and it's just your little pee-pee ain't doing the right. Thank you. And so that's what I'm saying with a penis. You have to adjust. Like it will fit. And it'll adjust to like
to whatever's going on.
If you do it enough times and you consistent doing it, it's going to. Right, it's almost like that. See, he knows.
That's my brother. I told him.
But other than that,
and I feel like it's the way you're supposed to make a girl feel like she wants you so bad that like she's just gonna take whatever. But if you about to have sex and you feel like because I've been in this situation and I'm just gonna like, no, go slow, because I don't think I wanted to do it, and I'm just kind of like, your body tenses up. And there's no way you can get past it if you're tensed up.
Exactly.
But there's ways to make a woman feel like she
it doesn't. You know what's so funny? I remember I had this conversation with a guy before. He was like, it doesn't matter. Like, the physical is different from the emotional. But it could be for some women.
You know what you know the key point you just said?
What?
Guy. Man.
But I mean, I don't know. But I feel like I have to be somehow emotionally attached to you for me to want to have sex with you. For it to be different, because it's been times
it's more enjoyable like that. Because
yes,
oh, here you go.
Because
it's more enjoyable.
I've been in like a relationship where, oh my god, this guy, I love him so much, like, and it's all good, like the sex is so good. But then that minute, because we all know when we stop liking somebody that you don't like him, and then the shit is just like
dry.
Right,
it's whack.
Your vagina is dry.
And this happened to me too, and well, obviously because there's some speaking about it. And I remember after I was just like this, like, and then he was like, "That was weird."
Every woman that I came in contact with was like loved me. In ways where it's like, you know, have your way with me. You know what
I mean? Or they were just a freak, cause
but they probably was. But what me saying that is like, you always gonna have that. And I think that's where it comes to, to the fact that some women do enjoy like men who have penises, either if it's big or if it's small, but they still enjoy it.
You want to know something? I feel like it's the beginning stages. The beginning stages is always it's like a fantasy. Like you're on the phone more, you're texting, everything. You're so attentive.
That sounds like love.
Well, everybody. Well, I mean,
it could be emotions.
That's the emotions behind it. Like it's just to have somebody to kind of make you feel like you're wanted, and and to be honest, that's why a lot of people end up having sex a lot more often in the beginning, because it's like that feeling just might not last that long, and it's like you don't want to miss out on that experience or that feeling, and then shit just it dies down.
But you know what? You know what's funny?
Most starts of anything of a relationship, whether it's
yeah.
You know what's funny?
You're on a date, you're getting flowers, your door's being opened up.
So
he's all googly eyed over you.
Shout out to the guys like me that open up doors.
Yeah.
And flowers. Flowers, cars, and candy. You can have it all. Who sing that?
You sung it a little wrong, but yeah,
I
think I know. It's a song. Yeah, that's right.
Who said it wrong? Who said it?
You said it a little fast.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn.
Right. Flowers, cars, and candy.
Is that Avant?
I don't know what it is. Somebody?
That is Avant.
It's Avant, right?
That is Avant.
Fast.
That's Avant. He doesn't make music anymore.
Yeah.
What happened to him? Like, what happened?
He died off. Everybody thought he was R. Kelly. He said, "I'm R. Kelly. I'm gonna start sleeping with the youngins."
Oh my gosh.
But I feel like with even with having that, because this is that was an open conversation with the sexual conversation. I think it plays a part with the whole R. Kelly thing, right? Like you got to really think about it. The sexual plays a part with the R. Kelly.
No, it doesn't.
Because if you really think about it, that the women or the individuals that he was encountering at the time wanted something from him.
Yeah.
Versus him. And he wanted something from them.
Right.
And that was the sexual, right? I don't think he was like, oh, well, that's going to be my girlfriend. That's going to be my wife. He wanted the sexual part.
Well, right.
And I think his mistake was allowing himself to be involved in the younger part.
Right, when you could have
had an older 21, right? Legal, right? New York City, New York. I know it's 17, but it's 21 in my eyes. It's 21.
It's 17. I thought it was 18.
It's 17 in New York.
It's 17.
Really?
Yeah. Oh.
When did this happen?
You
guys know in Europe the age of consent is 15.
15 years old. That's why Kelly thought he was in Europe.
No, this just happened. This did not happen.
But
back then.
But what me saying that is like a lot of these things were consented.
How?
What I'm saying is that they consented. I don't think.
No, they were bullied into it, or either bullied or pressured into it. It's almost like
pressured.
I feel like it was pressure, but for some reason I don't feel like it was that much pressure. I just feel like you got a lot of, at that time I've had a lot of young friends that really was into older guys, like heavily into older guys. So I don't think, and I think the excitement of just having an older man and then him being in power and having money and then the assumption of them going somewhere or getting somewhere in their career, it made it that much easier. I don't really think he.
Well, to be honest, he's
much.
R. Kelly. Like, hello.
Right, so it's like I'm gonna throw you my drawers anyway.
Right?
How
like
many
girls? You know how many girls probably felt like, oh my god, I'm talking to R. Kelly.
Would you do R. Kelly right now?
Me, no. Ew. I never even thought R. Kelly was cute.
Oh, okay.
I'm big on looks. Like, if I don't think you're cute, there's no way.
Right. I've never been into R. Kelly because I didn't never find him attractive.
I never found him attractive. It would be times like he just looked so ugly to me, like so weird, almost like he wore makeup.
I thought it was just me.
You ever notice that like his face used to be so dark, and then
his
the rest
music was great. It gave a great sex appeal.
So y'all wouldn't have sex with R. Kelly with foreplay?
Ew, no.
If
I ever wanted to be with an R&B singer, with who?
Okay.
I mean, with somebody else, not with no DM.
If I ever wanted to be with an R&B singer, it was Tevin Campbell before I knew he was gay. Devontae from Jodeci.
He's probably still queer.
Who else?
Just damn, you got like names.
Yeah, I really was into my little
Ray J, right?
Nah, I was
not
into Ray J.
Like, I don't think nobody was into Ray J. I ain't take him serious like that.
No.
Genuine.
Oh my God, Genuine. Yeah. Yes, those were the kind of people.
You probably would throw your panties on the stage.
If I went to like and Michael Jackson, so funny. But if I went
to go back.
Why Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson like little boys. I'm just throwing that out
there. I would say Prince before. Like for some reason, I think
Prince before.
I think a lot.
I gave Prince some.
Michael Jackson.
Prince.
I had the chance to get
Prince some. Was a pretty guy who had mad women.
He did.
And I don't think he was gay. I think he was just
he was definitely not gay.
He was just like, I'm just gonna look pretty and have sex with girls. I
think he was very freaky. That's what it was. I think.
And I like Prince because he's freaky and I'm freaky and we both got something in common. We're both freaky. Well, he passed and I'm still here.
Yeah, but I feel like R. Kelly, it was just kind of like that. Oh my God, I'm talking to R. Kelly. I can't believe R. Kelly likes me.
I think it's the music for him that did it because I can't see how they was attracted to him.
But not even. There's a lot of women that like R. Kelly. Just like, you know how sometimes with women, there's a lot of guys that like us, but we tend to kind of choose the assholes. He chose the younger ones. He chose the ones that were self-conscious and didn't really have...
Probably had low self-esteem.
That didn't have much confidence in themselves. Because he knew that they were easier to break and to kind of like... For just a choice of words, sex slave.
This is not off topic, but it goes with the topic. I like the way that I put that. Clover, what's his name? The President Clover, Clover, I believe his name was General Clover, whatever. He was 25 years old and was babysitting a infant, right?
An infant
who he fantasized and talked about being with an infant. Her father died and he inherited his property, also inherited the rights to her, and raised her. Once she turned 21, he married her. And he was 40-something years old.
Okay.
And
sounds like an arranged marriage.
Sound like an arranged marriage, but it sounds sick because when she was an infant, you was infatuated with her.
Okay, but did he touch her?
We don't know that because nothing came out.
Yeah, but
still, when you present it, he liked her as an infant, liked her, like, oh, well, this girl is cute, and then you raised her up when her dad passed. And that's our president. He got married, and he's the only president that we know that got married and that married in the White House. Me saying that R. Kelly is still a fool for doing that. Him still a fool. Hugh Hefner still for marrying for having sex with Brooke Shields at 14. Still a fool. But you know people are never gonna forget people. Like we always gonna do this. We see R. Kelly, well, oh my God. But we hear about all this other stuff and we just pass away.
I don't think that's what it is. Because not for nothing, we all knew about R. Kelly and Aaliyah. However, we never thought that this was something that he preferred. Like this was some kind of fetish or anything. We never thought that. We just thought that like, all right, they just happened to fall in love. And I mean, not for nothing, Aaliyah did not look 15. But anyway, besides the point.
She did. And I think she lied about her age.
No, I wouldn't say that.
You don't think she
lied?
lied?
You can't lie about your age.
I'm saying I think she said
in the industry.
I think she said she was a little older based on industry. She said she.
Oh, like her industry age.
Yeah.
Okay.
Age, yeah.
But I mean, like, you know, she did look a little old. But that's besides the point. That's not justifying anything. But we thought that this was something where they met in the industry and they just happened to have liked each other because they vibed off of music. No. But to find out that R. Kelly is notorious for doing that, like he's doing, and not only is he doing that, but he's like abusing these people. Mm-hmm. You know, giving women STDs and stuff like that's just a
physically
whole nother,
and emotional. He abuse,
right? So that's just a whole nother level. Mm-hmm. Like nobody's saying like, oh my God, R. Kelly, you was with but it's the way he was going about it, as if these people were not human. They were just made for him to do what he want. Like they were disposable.
But making my point is,
but I know you guys.
It's been going on.
It's been going, guys.
It's been going on for years.
They do, but they actually love the person that they're with.
But
it happens.
My thing is like, why do we feel sympathetic to them and not to somebody that I may have grown up with or that's in my family that's been in the same situation? You understand?
Sympathetic to the people that R. Kelly.
Let's just
victimized?
say, for instance, like my parents, like. My
said
dad
victimized.
Like had my mother when she was like 16 years old, but to this day
they're still together.
Over 34, yeah, they're still together and married. But to me, it's still like he still was wrong at that. At that time.
But that's what I'm saying. No one is knocking R. Kelly because he was with Aaliyah when she was 15.
Over 10 years older than my mother and with her, but
that's why I'm saying no one is knocking R. Kelly because he was dating Aaliyah when she was 15. It's just to find out that he was really abusing these people that were younger, people that were like not able to stand up for themselves, people that wasn't confident enough. He preyed on the weak, pretty much.
He did.
You know, but in a situation, and that's why I'm saying I'm not knocking him because he was with Aaliyah for when she was 15. But it's the way he was doing it, because like your parents, they actually loved each other. They got married. They stayed together. That's real love. Sometimes that does happen. Right. But then if your father married your mother and then he went along and everybody he was dealing with was just only 15, 16, 17, then that's a real issue.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. What you say? I admit it.
I heard that. I didn't listen to the song. I
listen. It's a long song. I really don't.
Like, who the hell sit there and listen to that?
He can do that now because you can't be convicted of the same. You know, you can't be tried.
The statute of limitations is up, big baby. Ha ha. No, I'm just joking. It's not funny, but it's sad because it happened in the past and it's also happening now.
What do you mean?
What I'm saying is that it's happened when that president I mentioned, and then also it's happening.
This is something that's never gonna stop happening.
What I'm saying is that that's
like
what I'm saying.
the oldest profession.
It's happening now. Like while we on air, it's happening now in the industry. It's happening now in the music. And it was happening
before. I just don't know how they're going so hard now with R. Kelly and they haven't used to have Matt Lauer and.
Because it's
quite a few other.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's African American male. You usually get put out there like, especially if you
that's the thing because
if you're high profile.
Okay, but then in order for us to attack R. Kelly, someone had to have spoken out. Yeah. So who didn't speak out against these guys?
Well, they did speak out against Matt Lauer and stuff. It was on the news.
And then again, too, it's like trust me. Well, anyway, I feel like the reason why people are speaking out is because it's black girls that are victims, and obviously we're like, Black Lives Matter. Right. So it just happened to have been that R. Kelly was, assaulting younger black women. Right. Now I don't know much about these other people because I didn't watch their series, but if enough black girls came out or whatever, I'm guessing maybe the people that's behind the whole black girls, they may just want them to speak out, get them more. I don't know. I'm guessing it's because it was black girls that was victimized. The whole entire document was black girls.
You know what?
Probably so.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying.
Of course
Sparkle was profiting because she made money. She made a song. And she,
So you're saying that you don't think Lifetime would have white girl profit off of young white girls being victimized? Because we see that a lot on the news. We see a lot of white girls coming forward and people getting convicted because of that.
I think Lifetime profits off anything that comes up with women. I'm sorry, it's true.
Because this is the first time we're actually seeing somebody taking black girls seriously when they cry out. Most of the times, it's white girls that you see do this.
Right.
I just want to say, before we close, that we came up with three different points, right? Like 3 different topics, but they all similar to ignorancy, I feel like that all the topics we talked about was ignorancy. Soulja Boy ignorancy. What's his name? R. Kelly ignorancy, and then whatever else we were talking about. But it all just shows that we need to be better as people, right? Like, and we should always use our best judgment. And I think the fact that we don't use our judgment hurts us. We don't use our mind and our brains to make good decisions. We use our brains to make dumb decisions. That's why certain people are on certain platforms to do certain things to make I'm gonna get this person because it's an issue. To make it more of a thing. Now, guarantee once this is all out with R. Kelly already, he's gonna be getting interviews. Right?
Is he?
Oprah Winfrey.
Like, they're gonna want to talk to him
because they're gonna. It's good to get inside the head of a person that's doing it, right? Versus a victim. It's always good because now you know why he was doing it.
Because I feel like there's so many platforms that's trying to block him from having any kind of.
I mean, they will as far as his profits, as far as music. But I think, like he said, as far as just wanting to talk to someone, like, they're going to feel like, what sick individual, like, would want to do this. So they're going to want to know, like, what were you thinking? Like, what,
actually, I think there were some. No. Those were past interviews, actually, yeah.
Yeah, and he has to come out.
Yeah, but, he's going to have to, talk about that. I would want to hear it just to see, that's almost like a rapist, in a sense, like, what do they think, like, what's in their mind that makes you prey on the young, and you can have a beautiful, well-shaped, proportioned, legalized woman. I don't know.
I wouldn't really want to. I feel like he married a regular woman. He just want to do what he want to do.
Yeah, that's true.
But thank you for coming. Come again. Don't be scared. Don't be nervous and don't get lost. This is Real Conversations. This is episode what? Go ahead. You're going to say 5. I'm going to go 4.
This is episode 5?
Yes, 5.
Episode 5 of season. Episode 5 of season 2.
2.
Well,
season 2, episode 5.
You got to get it together because the
season
in
December
we
finished last season.
Okay.
This is new
You
season.
need to go back and check because we're not going to do this another
year.
year.
We're going to do it every year.
Not no episode.
When you're going to come back? You will.
Just let me know. Yeah.
You will. See, Real Conversations. We are out.
Lisa likes the window seat at night. The lights below that tell her she's nearly home. Then there's the lights she can't see. The runway lights we power to bring her plane safely into land. And because at Energia we also power all of Ireland's streetlights, Lisa's taxi home is that bit safer too. And no prizes for guessing who powers her house. Welcome home, Lisa. Energia, the power behind your power.
Hear that? That's the sound of your car's NCT getting closer. But this year, why not rely on an Avantcard loan rather than luck? If it's time to upgrade your car to something newer, it's time you contacted Avantcard. Avantcard offers loans from €5,000 to €75,000, approval in principle in minutes, and personalised pricing made for you.
Find out more at avantcard.ie. Lending criteria, terms and conditions apply. Avantcard DAC trading as Avantcard is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.